You're hiking through the woods, minding your own business, when you feel something stab your ankle. You look down. A snake. It disappears into the grass almost as quickly as it appeared. 2 tiny puncture marks are all that's left. That wasn't so bad, you think. Big mistake. Because while you're trying to remember whether snakes even live around here, something far more dangerous has already begun. A microscopic army of venom is quietly making its way through your body. And the scary part? At first, you barely feel anything. That's one of Venom's smartest tricks. It doesn't always announce itself with unbearable pain. Sometimes it gives you a false sense of security, almost like it's politely waiting for you to relax before it gets to work. Unfortunately, that courtesy doesn't last very long. Within minutes, the skin around the bite begins to swell. It feels warm, tight, tender, almost as if someone is slowly pumping air beneath your skin. This isn't the venom causing the swelling directly. It's your own immune system sounding every alarm it has. Blood vessels widen. Fluid leaks into nearby tissue. White blood cells rush toward the bite. Your body is trying to stop an invisible invasion. The only problem, it has no idea what it's just declared war on. Meanwhile, the venom isn't sitting still. Every small movement you make helps push it farther through your lymphatic system, a network of tiny vessels that quietly drain fluid around your body. Ironically, the faster you run, the faster the venom can travel. So if your first instinct is to sprint towards safety, your body is secretly begging you to calm down instead. But getting into your bloodstream was never the venom's final goal. That was just transportation. Now comes the real attack. Depending on the snake, the venom chooses its target. Some go after your blood, others attack your muscles, and some head straight for your nervous system, like they've got unfinished business. Let's start with your blood. Normally, blood is incredibly organized. Cut yourself while cooking? Your blood immediately forms a clot. Scrape your knee? Same story. It's like having an emergency repair crew on standby 24 hours a day. Snake venom can turn that crew into complete chaos. Instead of repairing damage, your blood begins forgetting its own job. Tiny blood vessels become damaged. Clotting stops working properly. Bruises may begin appearing where nothing even hit you. In severe cases, bleeding can start internally without you seeing any of it. It's almost like your plumbing has sprung dozens of tiny leaks. Only the pipes happen to be inside you. And while all of that's happening, another group of toxins is busy attacking your muscles. Cells begin breaking apart. The pain becomes sharper. The swelling spreads farther. Even lifting the bitten arm or standing on the injured leg becomes surprisingly difficult. You keep telling yourself, it can't get much worse. Unfortunately, your nervous system has been patiently waiting for its turn. Certain snake venoms don't attack flesh first. They attack communication. Every movement your body makes depends on tiny electrical messages traveling from your brain to your muscles. Blinking, walking, talking, breathing. It's all one giant conversation happening inside you every second. Venom cuts the phone lines. Your brain keeps giving orders. Your muscles simply stop answering. Your eyelids become heavy. Your speech starts slurring. Swallowing suddenly feels strangely difficult. Then your fingers stop cooperating. Your legs grow weak. Standing becomes harder. Until eventually, gravity wins. You're fully awake, fully aware. But your body feels like someone unplugged it one piece at a time. And then, the venom reaches the muscles you use every few seconds without ever thinking about them. your breathing muscles. Every breath becomes smaller, slower, harder. Your chest feels heavier with every inhale, almost like someone quietly keeps adding another weight on top of it. You desperately try taking a deeper breath. Nothing changes. Your lungs still work. The problem is, the muscles that move them no longer do. Meanwhile, your heart is working overtime. It's pumping faster, harder, trying to deliver enough oxygen to organs that are beginning to struggle. But eventually, even your heart starts running out of options. Without oxygen, the brain begins slowing down. Confusion replaces clear thinking. The room starts spinning. Your vision fades. And one by one, the systems that kept you alive begin shutting down. It sounds terrifying, and it absolutely can be. But here's the part Hollywood usually leaves out. Today, many people survive venomous snake bites, not because the venom became weaker, because medicine became stronger. Modern antivenoms are specifically designed to lock onto venom molecules before they can continue damaging the body. The sooner treatment begins, the better your chances, which is exactly why the worst thing you can do is waste precious time trying internet survival tricks. Don't cut the wound. Don't try sucking out the venom. And definitely, don't start testing whether that snake hack you saw online actually works. Your best chance is surprisingly boring. Stay as still as possible. Call emergency medical services. Get to a hospital. And let trained professionals deal with the one visitor your immune system never wanted. Because after everything you've just experienced, one thing becomes very clear. A venomous snake doesn't need to chase you. It doesn't need giant fangs, and it doesn't need to be the biggest animal in the forest. Sometimes, 2 tiny puncture marks are all it takes to send your entire body into the fight of its life.